My name is Connie Morgan, and I am the author of The Runaway Beignet. The illustrator for the story is Herb Leonard. The Runaway Beignet. In a city where magic was more than a simple trick, there lived a kind old baker named Marcel. In the heart of New Orleans, Marcel made an honest living making beignets. Here and there and everywhere the stars shined, people agreed that the flavor of the fried rectangle-shaped donut compared to no other. Some believed there was magic in the powdered sugar that topped each beignet, creating an endless desire for its sweetness. Many people thought that the baker could have been rich had he not given his pastries to the poor. He even wandered the cobblestone streets feeding beignets to hungry pigeons. Sadly, the baker had no family, and even though hundreds of people visited his shop day after day, Marcel was lonely. One morning, a weary stranger wearing a gray coat, colorful scarf, and red shoes entered the shop. "May I please have a glass of cool water?" Marcel gave the stranger water and a bag of fresh beignets. "Bon appetit." "But I have no money to pay you," said the stranger. Marcel just smiled. "I'm not asking you for no money." "Your generosity surpasses the fine aroma of your beignets. Here, take this bag of sugar, and when the sun welcomes the day, sprinkle it on the first beignet you cook and wish for anything that you want." "I never heard of nothing like that," Marcel mumbled, reaching for a water pitcher behind him. And when he turned around to refill the stranger's glass, he was gone. Early the next morning, Marcel opened the bag of sugar. "I must have lost my mind to believe that man." He put 2 dots of sugar on top of the first cooked beignet. "May that look like 2 little eyes?" He added a nose and a smiling mouth. "That face makes you look like one of them little beignet boys." As the sugar melted into the pastry, Marcel remembered the words of the stranger and whispered, "I wish that you were a real boy." And to Marcel's surprise, the beignet boy blinked his eyes and jumped upon the table. "Ah, yay! Look at me!" Marcel's eyes lit up. "Bon Dieu! The beignet boy, he's alive!" But when Marcel reached for the little beignet boy, he jumped to the floor. "Hee hee hee! You can't catch me!" And he dashed out the door. Marcel ran down the street shouting, "Stop! Come back, my petit garçon!" But the beignet boy just smiled as he sang, "Believe you me, I'm gonna get away. You're not gonna taste this little beignet." Down Canal Street and through the French Quarter he zipped. Running across a bandstand of jazz players, the beignet boy leaped upon a drum with a burst of powdered sugar. "Ah, yay! Look at me," he sang, shaking his little beignet hips. The crowd stomped and romped to the rhythm of "When the Saints Go Marching In." Suddenly, the drummer sniffed the aroma of the fresh-baked beignet. "Hey, what's up?" The little beignet boy yelled, "Oh no, end of show," and he dashed off the bandstand singing, "Believe you me, I'm gonna get away. You're not gonna taste this little beignet." "Stop! Come back!" the jazz player shouted. But the beignet boy kept running. When he came to Jackson Square, the beignet boy posed in disguise while a street artist painted his picture. Marcel and the jazz players ran around and around Jackson Square. "They don't see me." But all of a sudden, the street artist whiffed the sweet beignet aroma. You come with me, no?" "No," said the beignet boy, racing out of Jackson Square. "Stop! Come back!" the artist yelled. "The beignet does not run away from the André." The beignet boy dashed along the Mississippi River, past a mime, around a juggler, and between the stilts of a street performer. His song echoed throughout the riverwalk. "Believe you me, I'm gonna get away. You're not gonna taste this, little beignet." Marcel, the jazz players, and André, the zany artist, followed the beignet boy into the French market. Their reckless chase upset all the merchants selling their wares. Fleeing the scene, the beignet boy zipped out of the market wearing a Mardi Gras mask and colorful beads. "Ah, yay! Look at me!" Marcel spun out the market wearing a lady's dress. The jazz players rolled out in their underwear. The artist stumbled out with a crawfish on his head. Even the upset merchants were lured by the sweet aroma and joined the chase. "Stop! Come back!" they all cried. But the beignet boy rushed away singing, "Believe you me, I'm gonna get away. You're not gonna taste this, little beignet." The beignet boy ran alongside a mule-drawn carriage. When he leaped upon the back of the mule, it galloped away. "I'm finally free," he said, sitting on the mule's back. "Oh, no," Marcel cried. "My petit garçon is gone." So Marcel, the jazz players, the artists, and all of the merchants trudged back to work. When the mule finally tired, the beignet boy hid in Jackson Square. A friendly pigeon became his only company. As the sun sank into the stillness of the night and the last sounds of jazz faded into the moonlight, the beignet boy wiped away a tear. "Believe you me, I'm glad I got away, but I wish there were a friend for this little beignet." "I can help you," said the pigeon. "I know someone who needs a friend." The pigeon flapped his gray wings and strutted his red feet. As he cocked his head, a band of colorful feathers glistened around his neck. Suddenly, a whirlwind of pigeons swooped down and lifted the little beignet boy into the air. And when he looked down to wave goodbye to the friendly pigeon, he was gone. A man wearing a gray coat, colorful scarf, and red shoes stood waving. That night, a veil of gray swept across the ground outside of Marcel's shop. When he opened his front door, the pigeons flapped their wings in unison as the beignet boy sang, "Believe you me, I'll never run away. I'm always going to be your little beignet." Marcel beamed with delight. "You ma petit garçon." "I'm as happy as can be," said the little beignet boy, and he gave Marcel a big, powdery beignet kiss. The end.
This podcast is brought to you by ConfettiPark.com.